Okay, so this is the video where it's optional. So if you do not want to do this at home, you can skip it. Now, if you're doing this at home, there's several things you're going to need for this experiment. One is some kind of tray that's disposable that you can put everything in. Another is you're going to need lots of clay, okay? Another one is you're going to need some water. I have mine in a bowl right here. Then you're going to need a lot of little construction paper you're going to make into these little houses for our experiment. Then what you're going to need is you're going to need material to make your flood blockades with. So there's lots of different material you can do this with. For our experiment, we're going to be using cardboard, some old fabric, some more clay, and then I also have a bag of dirt. You can do these things or you can do something different, whatever you want to do. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a lot of these little houses. I made 4 for each material, so that means because I have 4 materials, I made 16, because 4 times 4 is 16. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a little piece of construction paper, about this big, and you are going to fold it in half, like this. Then you're going to unfold it, and now you have this crease down the middle. You're going to fold this part down all the way so it meets the crease, and you're going to fold this part all the way down so it meets the crease. Then you're going to fold them together like this, push it down really good, and then when you unfold it, it should come together to make a little house. You're going to tape that together, and then for the roof of your house, you're going to take another slab of construction paper, and this one you're just going to fold in half and put on top of your little house. Now, for this experiment, if you have a lot of time and want to get really fun, you can decorate your house, draw some windows on them, all kinds of fun stuff, but you don't have to for the experiment to work. I'm just leaving mine plain for the experiment to work. You can also, I tape together my houses, my yellow part of my houses, so they won't fall apart. You can also find a way to tape on the roof if you want, but again, none of that's necessary. These are just to show the flooding so you don't have to. Okay, so now that you've made your houses, the second part is you're going to take this tin and you're going to cover the bottom with clay. So I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back with you. Hey, so my tray is now covered in clay. I don't know if you can see it well because of the lighting. Now, one thing is if you don't have a whole lot of clay at home, I'm going to include in the slides a recipe to make your own clay, the same type of clay I use at school to make the dinosaur fossils. Okay, so now that we have our houses and we have our ground, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a river in our ground. So to do that, you're going to push through in the middle of the clay and just make a little river. And you're going to want your river to go up a little and be a little windy all the way through your clay. And one thing that I did is I put extra clay in the middle so I would have enough room to make my river. So if you want to do that, you can. And also, if you find that you have too much clay in the middle, you can take it off so that you are having trouble making a river. You can take it off and put it somewhere else. So this is where the water is going to go when we first pour it in. You want to make sure that your water, mostly, we are going to be doing a flood experiment, so we want it to flood over. but we want a regular amount of water just to stay in the river, and that the river's overflowing is the goal. Kind of make a riverbank around your river and build it up. I'm going to smooth this down so it looks nicer. Perfect. Alright. Now I have a riverbank, I have my land. I'm going to put in my houses. So I'm going to put 4 houses on. And you're not going to want your houses in the river, just around it. So if this was real life, these are representing houses that are by a river. And if you build your house by a river or a lake, it's a great place to do it. But you have to have extra things to make sure that your house or place is not going to flood. All right, well, you should be all ready for this experiment by now. You have your river, your houses. We're not going to pour our water in yet until it's time to start the experiment. Bye!